there's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
Just got an incident come through of a dog in the Midlands area. Are you able to accept over?
Are you friendly?
Yeah, you just want a bit of loving, don't you?
It could be a scold from boiling water.
Horrible. Oh, sausage.
Right now, there are dogs that need help.
We don't get many toy Yorkies stuck in TV cabinets now.
And there are heroes who are dedicated to saving them.
I don't want to leave any animal in there.
Why would you allow those dogs to look like that?
Transforming their lives.
It sounds like she's in a lot of distress.
The nurse in me wanted to make him better.
She just can't believe how lucky she is.
Finding them forever homes.
I feel like a lucky boy.
She deserves it after what she's been through.
I think he's my guardian angel. Aren't you, mate?
And giving our four-legged best friends a second chance makes it all worthwhile.
Him giving them that little ray of hope.
They are the Dog Rescuers.
Without a shadow of a doubt, this is why I do this job.
Today we'll be meeting some very sweet dogs that, for various reasons, haven't been getting the care and attention they need. Some of them, like Harley here, end up having an extended stay at animal centres because they need to be rehabilitated before they can go up for adoption. Living in kennels isn't always easy, but as we'll see, the staff try their best to ensure each dog's stay is as happy as possible. Yes, that includes yours. Good boy. Coming up.
Get away from this door now.
Inspector Anthony Joins refuses to be intimidated as he rescues a dog with a serious skin problem.
It's the closest I've come to being assaulted, I think, for quite a while.
What are you so worried about?
Upheaval for Angel, the anxious Jack Russell, who has to find a new, less hectic home.
Fiona's upset, but she's doing the right thing. She's a busy lady, busy family.
Just had a moment, didn't you, Taz? A really silly moment.
And Hershey Bowl is called in to help an owner whose dogs have an uncharacteristic fight.
You know, my job isn't just about rescuing dogs and helping them. Sometimes I end up rescuing people.
It's midday on Merseyside.
Just on our way to a job that's coming in Birkenhead.
And Inspector Anthony Joins is responding to a report by a member of the public about two dogs apparently in a bad way.
By the sounds of what has been described, they've both got skin conditions and there's fur falling out. If it is accurate, we're looking at a job where there is no treatment being provided, or not proper treatment anyway.
The two owners allow Anthony inside, where it's immediately obvious that the dogs do need treatment. But when he suggests taking them to a vet, the male owner strongly objects and insists Anthony leaves.
Police are on the way. The police are on the way, mate. Think I'm going away, you've got another thing coming. Our SPCA inspectors were used to dealing with sort of verbal abuse almost on a daily basis, really. If things start to escalate, then you know you're going to need to get the police out so you can do your job. But also, quite often it can be to prevent a breach of the peace, to prevent yourself getting lamped, basically.
Anthony wants to record what happens next, as it could prove to be useful evidence later. Luckily, the police are quick to respond to his call.
Hi, mate.
But it seems the male owner has ducked out the back door with one dog.
Where's he took her?
While the police pursue him, the female owner says the dogs went to a vet a year ago and she has been buying treatment for them.
The white one's not... She's not all right, is she? If you've been a year ago and not since, obviously things have gone downhill, obviously quite a lot, haven't they?
The first dog to be removed from the cramped kitchen is Coco, a Shar-Pei cross.
Hey, Coco, do you look for walkies? It's okay. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then.
Anthony has already spotted a worrying issue with Coco.
You see that pus coming out that ear? I would say there's an offence on this dog, a neglect offence of failing to get the ears treated. Hey, girl, it's okay. Hey.
Anthony puts in a call to vet Holly Jones.
Hiya, I've got 2 dogs. It's always massively helpful to get a veterinary surgeon out to the property and give an opinion there and then. Can you come now? All right, thanks. Bye-bye. They can inform the police officer these dogs are suffering, and we can get them away and get them to safety.
At the house, the elusive owner has now been found, so Anthony can remove the second dog, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier cross called Marnie.
Come on then, buddy. Come on then. Let's go walkies. Let's go walkies. Yeah.
The poor thing should be white, but she's got so little fur, she's actually pink.
Well, it's barely got hair on its head, has it? So most of its fur's gone. And you can see here, we've got 3 open sores here on the back of its neck, which must be, you know, massively uncomfortable and sore. In. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
And it seems the male owner is less than happy.
Do you know you little
Sorry?
Get away from this door now.
Right, okay.
Chill out. You're all quite well, you camera. Put without them.
Sorry?
And without me. If you dare.
Vet Holly Jones arrives to assess the 2 dogs, starting with Marnie, who will be transported by Anthony's colleague, Inspector Lisa Lupson.
She's clearly suffering from that skin to the point she's got secondary infections there.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Smell the yeast.
Coco also needs a once-over to assess her well-being.
My main concern, eyes and ears. I think this one's particularly bad.
Ugh.
It's really infected, isn't it?
They've both got skin complaints that aren't being treated.
The vet has certified that both dogs are being caused suffering by not being provided with veterinary care, OK?
The police can now seize the dogs and hand them over to Anthony. But the male owner makes his feelings known once again.
Now that camera comes this way, and I'll take your face off.
Right, thanks for your assistance, guys. It's the closest I've come to being assaulted, I think, for quite a while. Adrenaline's running, but it's one of them things.
Holly can now examine Marnie and Coco in more detail and see just how poorly they really are. On Merseyside, Inspector Anthony Joins has just rescued 2 dogs with terrible infections that have been left untreated.
Well done.
Shar-Pei cross Coco and Marnie, a bald Staffy cross who's travelled in Inspector Lisa Lupson's van.
Hello again.
Poor Marnie's skin condition is particularly chronic. She's obviously suffering. Vet Holly Jones has already assessed the dogs at the scene of the rescue.
Yeah, skin's on her legs, awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so thickened and irritated, so the skin shouldn't wrinkle like that on this sort of dog. So she's got obviously quite chronically inflamed skin from a long-standing skin irritation, skin complaint that's been going on, and then all these scabs and crusty bits of secondary infection.
From self-harm, is it? From scratching?
Marnie's medication will include steroids to stop the itching and antibiotics and medicated baths to tackle her infection.
Oh, she's rubbing blood on me now. This is lovely. This is lovely, thank you. Oh, I know, but you smell.
But first, she'll need some skin scrapes to check for mites.
she's a good girl. Oh, well done. Didn't even feel that, did you? Because she's only that agitated, you didn't even feel a scalpel being drawn across the skin. She's a good girl.
Mites burrow into the hair follicles and can be difficult to find, so Holly needs to take scrapes from several different areas of Marnie's body. And Marnie doesn't seem to mind at all. But mites may not be the main cause of Marnie's skin issue. It could be down to an underlying skin allergy. Coco, the Shar-Pei cross, also has some painful health problems.
So that's how the eyes should be, with the eyelids where they normally are. When I let go, they curl in. So that's something called entropin. The eyelids are rubbing on the eyes permanently. Shar-Peis as a breed are prone to it. The eyes worse.
I don't think people realise how painful that must be.
Oh, yeah. Imagine when you get like hair in your eye, how...
It's that constant feeling.
All the time.
The only cure for Coco's sore eyes is an operation. The poor girl's ears look very tender too.
I'm going to take a swab of that just so we can...
All right, girl. All right.
Well
Good
done.
girl. Good girl.
Coco will be treated with antibiotics and steroids, while Anthony needs a washing machine.
Blood and skin and pus. Just another day. We'll all go home and have a jet wash on the front lawn. Won't we? See you later.
Both these friendly girls are now off to an animal centre where they can start their recovery.
Come on then. Let's go. You know, my job now is to pursue a case against both the people involved, and hopefully in the long term we can get them rehomed. There she is. Your buddy's over here, look.
Marnie and Coco deserve a second chance at a happy life. Let's hope they get it. As we've seen with poor Marnie, dogs can be very susceptible to skin conditions. They're among the most common reasons dog owners seek veterinary advice, and are something staff at Leybourne Rehoming Centre are very used to dealing with. I've joined animal care assistant Simon with my little friend Harley.
Bath time.
Bath time.
To talk about how they have helped Scratchy's itchy problem.
I think Harley's up for this, or do you think
I think
he's going to hate you
It'll
forever?
be a good experience for him. I think he'll enjoy it.
And this little chap's had a bit of a skin problem, hasn't he?
Yeah, so he hasn't had the easiest start to life. So he's had a mixture of, probably poor diet, and he had, a lot of fleas when he came in as well that wasn't treated. So as a result, he had a lot of fur loss. The skin was really, really itchy. We had quite a bad flea infestation. He's been given a flea treatment now to get rid of the existing fleas. But now it's good for him to have a bath to help kind of soothe his skin where it has been itchy in the past, to help his fur start growing back, as it should be.
Does he have a special shampoo?
We don't need to give him a special shampoo, just something that's going to help kind of soothe him a little bit, the allergies and that kind of thing. It can cause a bit of a smell in the skin, so it's good to keep it nice and clean on a regular basis for someone like him, where he has kind of had those troubles beforehand.
With his allergies under control, today's shampooing is a bit more of a spa day.
What's that? Oh, nice.
I was it will feel really nice for his skin having this. I think he's going to enjoy it.
Comfort for your dog with oatmeal. That is porridge, isn't it?
It smells like it.
Smells good. Yeah, Harley, you won't be so whiffy.
So hopefully that this area, the worst affected area towards his back, will all start growing through. It will take a couple of months at least for it to come back properly. Once it comes back, it will look absolutely lovely. There we go. It's all lovely rinsed. We can get ready to dry him off.
Yeah, bath towel area.
Yep.
So Harley needs a bit more TLC before he's able to be rehomed, is that right?
Yeah, so with the condition he came into, we needed to get him back onto a healthy diet and to get his skin looking a bit better. So he's had his flea treatment, he's spent time with the vet to get that under control. And things like this, just giving him baths to help get his skin back into a nice, comfortable condition.
And is Harley going to get a bit of product there? Because that's going to fluff up.
I think he likes the fluffy look, I think he wears it well.
Not too One Direction
no,
groomed. He sings like One Direction. There you are, Harley. You're done.
How's that? Not too bad, is it?
Fantastic. Come on, then.
It's a sunny morning down the East End.
Morning.
And Inspector Claire Dew is on the phone to her local animal centre.
Just speaking to HQ, who says that you might have space that I could bring a little Jack Russell to. Sign over, it's 9-month-old, long-haired Jack Russell female, very sweet dog.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you start. Hopefully I'll be with you by about midday.
All right, lovely.
Lovely.
Okay.
See you then.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Having found a space for the Jack Russell called Angel, Claire is on her way to collect her.
Living in a very busy, frenetic household full of lots of people that just don't have time for her. But they quite willingly and quite rightly asked me if I could find her a new home, and I jumped at the chance. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Angel. Hello, darling.
Angel's friendly enough, but very anxious.
What are you so worried about? Oh, look at her.
For an owner to sign over a dog to the charity, there's paperwork to do.
Hello.
You come to you.
Oh, you come to me. Hello, darling. Hey, baby girl. Hello, sweets.
And looks like Angel wants to help.
Come here. Oh, there you is. Look, we're going to sit up here while we do the paperwork. Where is everybody today? They're all still in bed? Oh, they're all in school. Lovely.
Yeah, it's quiet in the morning.
It's nice and quiet in the morning. Are you going to work or to college or something today?
College.
There you go. You can go and speak to Mummy.
For busy Lydia, it's time to say goodbye, but it's not going to be easy.
Go walkies. Put a lead on, she'll be fine. He's a good girl. It's all right. Oh, let's put your lead on. Oh, there you go. Don't you get? Mummy can sign paperwork for me. Good girl. Come on.
But the lead makes little Angel very anxious.
We're not used to... She's not used to being on the lead. Right, sign and print there for me and I'll pick her up. Come here. Say bye-bye, Mummy. Bye, Mummy. Oh.
Lydia's finding it hard to part with her little Angel.
My angel.
Come on. Come on, let's go.
I don't have a time. Big family, and then myself, I go college, work. You know, the dog always, everywhere you go, they follow you like a child. For me, it was another child for me.
The owner's upset, but she's doing the right thing. She knows she's doing the right thing. She's a busy lady, busy family. Angel's lovely. She really is a little angel. She's sweet and friendly. She's a little bit nervous of just what's going on, really. And with the right people in the right home, she'll be absolutely fine.
Angel's now on her way to the animal centre, but it shouldn't be long before someone gives this little lady a forever home. In a previous episode, we met two little pups called Pippin and Purdy. On a cold, wet night, a man was caught on camera dumping the defenceless duo in a garden. The poor little Lhasa Apsos were almost bald and had very sore skin. They were rushed to an animal centre,
Come on out then, guys.
where animal care assistant Georgie Meeks helped them to recover.
They must have been absolutely freezing. If they'd have been found any later, they might not have been with us today.
Now, 6 months on, both the pups have found their forever homes. Pippin now lives with Mary Brown and family.
I've seen the various newspaper articles on the story, and it was just so sad. He wants to give him a good home.
And with his new home came a new name.
There was 3 favourites, which was Pablo and Speedy and Flash. So they decided to put all the names together to call him Pablo Speedy Flash.
That's going to cost a bit to get engraved on his tag.
He responded to Pablo really early on, so it looks like a Pablo now, so I think it was a good choice. He made himself at home pretty quickly.
Pablo Speedy Flash also has 2 new brothers.
Buster and Wallace, they're the 2 dogs I had before we got Pablo. Buster's a 5-year-old Mazapso.
And this is 3-year-old Wallace. Yes, we're talking about you. He's a Boston Terrier with 1 eye, which is keeping on his little brother.
Pablo's a joy to have around the house. He's really lively and full of fun and personality and full of energy.
And he likes nothing better than heading out for walkies with his brothers.
Pablo, come on. Good boy. Okay, let's go. So this is like a doggy exercise area, which is great because I can just let them off and they can run free and it's completely safe for them. They absolutely love it. Pablo especially loves being outside. Pablo's really, really fast. It's unbelievable. When I first seen him at full speed, I was shocked.
Well, he's not called Pablo Speedy Flash for nothing. If this wasn't slow-mo, he'd be a blur.
And he's probably faster than the other 2 dogs. He's so quick for being so little. So I'll be interested to see how fast he is as he gets older.
It's a muddy business, this outdoor running, so back at home, it's bath time for Pablo.
And he's very good, aren't you? You're very good. He lets me do it. Whether or not he's keen on it, I'm not sure.
Probably not. But he's looking much better than when he had his last bath at the animal centre.
And also, Pablo's so low to the ground that he gets dirty really, really easily. Really, he can get bath on a daily basis. He gets that dirty, don't you?
Getting wet might not be fun, but getting blow-dry definitely is.
He's definitely cemented himself in our family. It's hard to imagine not having him now. I think the future for him's hopefully a very positive one compared to his not so nice start.
It's onwards and upwards for Pablo Speedy Flash. Still to come.
This is little Timmy.
Angelica Bell meets a tiny pup who can't find his forever home until he's had an operation.
Well, unfortunately, when Timmy was quite small, we noticed there was a problem with his back legs.
I mean, I'm still mopping up blood now.
And Hershey Bowl steps in to help a panicked owner when her staffies have a fight.
Did it take a long time for you to separate them?
It's about 15, 20 minutes. I threw 3 buckets of water over them.
I can see.
In Birmingham, Inspector Hershey Bowl is on her way to see an owner who, 2 nights ago, made a call for help after her dogs had a serious altercation.
It's never happened before, but for some reason, they both had a fight. The whole thing has really frightened her. She's had both of the dogs for the same amount of time, and she loves them both dearly. And we had to have a conversation as well about which dog she gave up, and that was really difficult. It was heartbreaking to listen to her. The decision was made that she would get rid of the male dog. He's called Taz, so I'm picking him up for rehoming.
Owner Kate took both dogs to the vet the morning after the fight to have their injuries checked and treated. She's now keeping them in separate rooms.
Hi, Kate. Hi, darling, you all right? Hello. Oh, look at you, lovely. Hello, Taz.
5-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier Taz suffered ear injuries in the fight, but otherwise he looks okay.
So just going through really what happened the other day. Oh, don't get upset. I know, darling. I know you're really. You know, I knew you were going to be upset. Obviously, I know it's really hard.
I know. They was both sat here. I sat there. They went to get off and wait.
So they were both at the side of each other?
Yeah, which they've done many times before,
Yeah.
you know, and this was, I mean, I'm still mopping up blood now.
Really? Did it take a long time for you to separate them?
It was about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh dear.
I threw 3 buckets of water over them, tried to pull them apart. The only way that I could do it was I got the broom and managed to get the broom in between them.
Yeah.
And managed to pull them apart that way.
Oh dear. Hey, Taz.
Kate has had Taz and his sister Millie since they were 3 months old. They came from the same litter of pups.
They've had their little niggles, like, you know, silly rivalry at each other.
Yeah.
This was nothing
Right.
like I've ever seen before. I just want him to go to a good home, a loving home.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, we discussed the option of seeing if you had any friends or family or you know anybody that could rehome him. Because I wanted you to really sleep on it, really think about it.
But Kate also has a 2-year-old daughter to consider.
I'd just be constantly
Worrying.
worried. Like, if she's, like, playing or something.
You know, my job isn't just about rescuing dogs and helping them. Sometimes I end up rescuing people. And I just want to make sure that in this situation, we do what's best for you, best for him. It's very sweet, aren't you? You're a good boy, aren't you? Look at you, you daft dog. You are a daft dog.
After 5 years with him, it's hard for Kate to part with Taz.
Whoever he goes to, they'll have one fantastic dog on their hands. Hey? One fantastic dog. I miss you so much.
Come on, darling. Come on, darling. Good lad.
Good boy.
Right. Come on then. Good boy. Oh, you are clever. Good boy. Oh, that's it. You stay there.
And now Kate and Taz have to say their final goodbyes.
Knuckle around.
Going on an adventure, Taz. You be a good boy.
At least Kate and Millie still have each other.
It really is one of those unexplainable, really unfortunate, quite heartbreaking for the owner things. He is a lovely dog. I've got every faith that we will be able to find him a loving home, just as loving as the one he's just come from.
A dog with one solitary fight behind him and such a lovely temperament shouldn't be too hard to rehome. Fingers crossed for you, Taz. Across the country, RSPCA animal centres have been set up with one goal in mind: to give their residents a second chance at life. But when a dog isn't able to find a home quickly due to behavioural or health problems, that's when the charity's fosterers step in. Angelica Bell is at Millbrook Animal Centre in Surrey to meet some of their little guests that need extra TLC and the staff who are going the extra mile to help.
Some rescue dogs are rehomed within weeks of being in kennels, but for others it can take much longer. Factors like age, type of dog or even health conditions can make it much harder to rehome them and can also have a huge impact on the length of their stay. Just like the little 4-month-old puppy I'm about to meet now. Hi, Liz. Hi. And who is this cute little thing?
This is little Timmy. He's a little Chihuahua puppy, and he came to us from a house where there was lots and lots of dogs, all living in very cramped conditions. About 40 dogs in a 1-bedroom flat,
Really?
so yeah, it's quite hectic for them all. And he's been here, since he was 4 weeks old.
On average, a puppy spends less than 2 weeks in the charity's care before it's rehomed. Much like Timmy's brothers and sisters, who flew out the door soon after they came in. But Timmy's stay has been extended. Why is that? Why has he been here?
Unfortunately, when Timmy was quite small, we noticed that there was a problem with his back legs.
Oh, really?
Oh, I see. So as he runs around, his kneecaps, unfortunately, don't sit in the grooves that they should sit in.
Timmy can't be rehomed until he's had surgery on his knees. I want to find out more about his condition, so Liz is taking me to see local vet Anna Bonash.
Hello, Timmy.
Hello.
Hello. How is he getting on with his legs?
Occasionally, he's definitely a little bit uncomfortable. He has a little nibble on his knee. But other than that, he manages quite well at the moment.
So what's wrong with Timmy's legs?
His kneecap is meant to sit right here on top of that, and it's literally on the side. Quite a lot of dogs that have this problem, we're actually able to manipulate it back easily to where it's meant to be, but in his case, they're constantly out all of the time.
Timmy's condition is called luxating patella. It's genetic, so he's just been unlucky to inherit it. So obviously he's going to need surgery.
Yes.
Can you explain how that's going to work?
Normally what we do is we make the groove where the kneecap sits, we make it deeper and then place the kneecap on top, and hopefully that should resolve the problem for him. And once he's fully grown, then we would look at work him in to do some surgery.
Okay, lovely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Anna.
All right, take care.
It will be a couple of months before Timmy can have his op. So for now, Liz has taken him under her wing. Liz, you like to take your work home with you, don't you?
I do. Timmy's the latest foster dog, so he's been coming home with me since he was quite a small pup. Being in the kennel all the time, he wouldn't get enough socialisation. I've got my own dogs that he's been mixing with, so it's great for him to learn from them.
And how often does it happen? You know, you're doing this all the time?
It's pretty constant. Yeah.
Really?
I've got little Buttercup, who's hiding under the chair there. She's come from a similar situation and she's a similar breed, so they're best buddies. And just being in a home environment really helps their recovery.
And then you get them set and prepped so that when they
and
go...
then they can start meeting people and find a new home.
Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Hope he gets his legs sorted. Liz isn't the only member of staff who takes her work home with her. I'm going to meet animal care assistant Joss Iveson, who's also fostered a pup.
This is little Chester. He was one of the puppies that I fostered and ended up keeping.
And he's actually related to Timmy, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. We think kind of it was the same dad in the house, two different mums. When we first picked up the other Chihuahuas, you had to wrap a towel around them because they were just so nervous that they were just pooing themselves, weeing themselves, nipping, because, you know, they'd never had any socialisation. Just give them lots of nice treats and they eventually start coming to you, which is really rewarding.
So you can have any more?
Not at the moment.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
Fosterers all over the country are giving dogs who may have had a rough start in life the help and attention they deserve. There are so many rescue dogs whose journey to finding a new home is delayed for numerous reasons, including health and behavioural issues. But thanks to the kindness and generosity of people like Liz, Joss, and countless others, these dogs are given love, a home, and basically a second chance. And it's been great to see it firsthand.
Earlier, we met anxious Jack Russell pup Angel. She was living with a busy family who didn't have time for her.
He's so worried about.
Happily, just a week after going up for rehoming, Angel found someone to make her the centre of his world. She's been living in her quiet new home with retired Peter Ellis for over 5 months now.
I knew that, you know, she was just what I was looking for. I like small dogs and I prefer scruffy to manicured.
I think that's a compliment, Angel. Peter's had to be very patient with her.
When I first met Angel, she was very, very, very timid. She was quite a difficult little dog. She wanted attention all the time. It took her a few months, 2 or 3 months, I would say, to realise this is now our home.
But even so, Angel still needs a time out in a quiet spot every now and then.
Angel, you there, sweetheart? Come on. Angel. When she's had enough of playing and people, I guess, she just wants to get away from it all and normal places under the bed.
I'm an airing cupboard man myself.
It's just her way of saying, let's chill for a bit. She'll come out of her own accord and be boisterous again.
And when she's had some precious time out under the bed, what gets Angel going again is the sight of human footwear.
She likes people's feet, their socks and their shoes and slippers, yeah. She's got a pair of my slippers in the garden, which I didn't know you got, did I, until they were chewed up. But she's not very destructive. If she starts chewing things, you say no, at least she stops, which is good.
Does she? Stop, Angel. Oi, back here.
We've got to teach her not to eat my post, haven't we now?
Stop ordering so many biscuits.
Come here, sweetheart. Angel. Good girl.
Peter's been working with Angel on her lead walking too.
One of the reasons I was thinking of getting a dog was getting out and about and doing more walking than I used to. Everywhere was with a car. She really does look forward to having the lead on. There we are. That's a good girl. She knows she's going out then.
Look at that angelic lead walking. Well done, Angel.
Are you tired, sweetheart? Come on, there's a good girl.
Oh, didn't last long.
When she gets like this, she just refuses to move any further, so unfortunately you have to pick her up and carry her.
All right for some, eh, Angel? But Peter's been very pleased with his new little pal's progress.
For the last 2 or 3 weeks, she's started wagging her tail quite a lot, which she never did up until then. I wouldn't be without her now. I think she's coming to her own now, yeah. I think she's very happy, personally. Where's the ducks? Where's the ducks?
They're in the pond. Coming up.
I like to keep my fingers if possible.
We find out the latest news on Coco and Marnie, the 2 dogs with bad infections seized from a house in Merseyside.
In the winter, she'll have to wear like a little coat to keep her warm. Oh, look at that. And she's got a name on it as well.
Come on in. Let's go walkies. Let's go walkies. Yeah.
Earlier, Anthony Joins rescued Marnie and Coco.
Hey, Coco. It's okay.
2 dogs with bad infections that had been left untreated.
She's clearly suffering from that skin to the point she's got secondary infections there.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Smell the yeast.
My main concern, eyes and ears.
There is got skin complaints that aren't being treated.
Four months on, and Shar-Pei Cross Coco is certainly looking a lot better.
Hey, girl. You're beautiful. I know. I've got treats. You can smell treats. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Antibiotics have helped to clear up her ear infection.
Come on, girl. Set your lead off. Put your legs. Come on. Come on. You're a bit of a treat fiend, aren't you? Sit down. There we go. I'd like to keep my fingers if possible. I'd like to keep my fingers if possible. What's he doing? Hey.
Oh. Coco's also had an operation to remove the excess skin around her eyes that was causing her lashes to rub on her eyeballs in a very painful way.
Within days of having the eye operation, her demeanour completely changed. Her tail was up, her tail was wagging. She's happy. Sit down.
But sadly, it's not all good news for sweet Coco.
We noticed that she had what looked initially just like pressure sores on her elbows, and quite quickly and quite sort of aggressively, really, they changed in size and shape. We've sent a biopsy off to the lab, and unfortunately it's come back as a malignant melanoma, which is the worst kind of skin cancer, really. Which is just really pains me to say, because I just, you know, she's not that old, and she's such a beautiful dog. Hey. She'll live out her days now here. What's he doing? We're just going to monitor her progress, and we're just going to give her as many treats as she needs.
That's going to be a lot of treats, bless her.
Come on. I think you win.
Rescued alongside Coco was bald Staffy Cross Marnie. Piglet is charming.
Hello, darling. Good girl.
Seems Marnie is still more pink than white. Marnie hasn't been put up for adoption yet, as the staff here at Wirral Animal Centre have been getting to grips with her skin condition.
Hi, Marnie.
Animal care assistant Joe Barrett has been keeping an eye on her. Marnie's had antibiotics and medicated baths to soothe her sore skin. Her fur is slowly growing back, and tests have shown she's got an impressive list of allergies.
She's allergic to barley, tuna, potato, corn, soya bean, grain, wheat, dust mites, storage mites and pollen. But we have got it under control now.
As well as antihistamine, or hay fever treatment for the pollen allergy, Marnie is on a special hypoallergenic diet.
There you go. She's on a raw diet because it's got no additives or wheat, and she'll have to stay on that for the rest of her life.
It's something to carefully consider as they seek out a new home for Marnie.
We need a house with no carpets, like, you know, hardwood floors or laminate floors, because obviously the dust is quite high in, like, carpets and stuff. Ideally, avoid grass if you can. She's going to have to wear a factor 50 and her skin, obviously, because it's going to get hot in the summer and she'll get burned. And in the winter, she'll have to wear like a little coat to keep her warm.
And talking of coats, here's one the animal centre staff made earlier.
Put it on. Good kitty. How suits her. She likes the coat. Oh, look at that. Okay, and she's got a name on it as well.
Marnie and Coco's owners pleaded guilty to causing unnecessary suffering and failing to meet their welfare needs.
You softie. Come here.
They were disqualified from keeping animals for 3 years, given a 12-month community order and also an 8-week curfew order, similar to house arrest between the hours of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m.
You do love your treats, don't you?
I think she'd be ideal for a family because she just wants affection.
Fingers crossed a new owner falls in love with Marnie very soon.
Good boy.
So how did things pan out for Taz, the staffy who had to be signed over after a fight with his sister? We're happy to say the big softie has found a new home, which is wonderful news.
Next time on The Dog Rescuers.
Good dog.
Horribly thin Jess needs Inspector Anthony Pulfer's help.
Emaciated with no food, no water, not even a bed. It's not right. It's not right what's going on in there. That's not how a dog should look.
What are you doing up there?
A very messy house poses a safety hazard to Roxy and Rocky.
Darling, because that's hot, isn't it? Yeah. There are lots of things in here that can get them hurt, so we need to do something about that, all right?
And Angelica Bell finds out what it's like for dogs on the street.
That dog is their companion, and it's there for them every single day, and they deserve to be looked after.